All right, this is the last one I want to do for today. Now, so far we looked at what happens when the period changes. We looked at what happens when the amplitude changes and the period. Now I want to look at the shifts, like if it shifts up, down, left, or right. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely the hard part. Well, no, I don't think it's the hard part until you do the phase shift. That's, I think, kind of difficult. So let's do this. We're going to have y equals sine x, and we're going to subtract, let's do pi over 6. And then we're going to add 1 to it. All right, the amplitude is 1 because the a is just 1. It's not there. The y-intercept changes because we move up 1. You guys remember what the k does? It moves it up 1. So our y-intercept changes to 1. The period stays the same. Is there anything multiplying the x? Nah. So it just stays 2 pi.
Wait, why is it 2 pi?
Because 2 pi is the regular period for sine and cosine. Do you remember how one complete rotation is 360 degrees? Well, 360 degrees is the same as 2 pi.
Oh.
So 2 pi is always the regular one. The phase shift is which way? Right or left pi over 6? Because it says minus pi over 6, we know this is right pi over 6. No. You always got to think the opposite. If it says minus, you think going right. Okay. Now, x-intercepts, maximum mins, we'll do later. Yes? That means right. Sorry, that's supposed to be a t, RT. We'll just say R. Is that better? No? Okay, then I'll do an arrow. Right pi over 6. Oh, stop it. Okay. So we always put the period first, and then we divide that by 4. Do you guys remember what you get when you divide 2 pi by 4? Pi over 2. So we go pi over 2. Then we get pi over... What is that? 2 pi over 2. And then 3... Wait. Something's happening. Yeah, it is pi. And then 3 pi over 2. This is just pi right here. Okay. Now, we have to shift it up 1. But in order to be like conservative, I guess, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change my center line right here. Instead of it being 0, I'm going to make the center line 1. So it's kind of like we shifted the center line up. And then we do everything the same. We go center line 1 or up 1, center line down 1, and then center line. So our graph looks like this. Now, what is the max? What's the max right here? 2. What's our minimum? 0. You guys see how it changed? How it shifted up?
Why can't we just go up 1?
You can go up 1. Definitely. I like doing it like this because then, I don't know. You can do it whatever way you want, guys. This side is supposed to be like practice, or you can think of it as like the scratch graph, where you're just kind of like making notes to see where everything's supposed to go. It's a scratch graph. The 1 is there because we moved it up 1. If I moved it up plus 5, then I wouldn't put a 1 right there. I would say the center line is at 5, and then my max would be 6, my minimum would be 4. Does that kind of make sense? Okay, so let me put it back to 1. Now, because the amplitude is 1, that the distance from the center line to the maximum and the distance from the center line to the minimum is 1. That's the 1 that's in front of the sign that's multiplying to it. Okay, so we got the moved it up 1, and so we know that the center line is at positive 1. But we're forgetting one shift. Which shift am I forgetting? The h. It says it goes right pi over 6. Well, that's weird. We have to go right pi over 6. So how do all of these right here change? They go to the right 1. So if this one goes to the right 1, what are we going to get there? Pi over 2 plus pi over 6, right? Oh, did I tell you guys what these count by?
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. In the other video I did. Pi over 6, 2 pi over 6. They count by pi over 6. And this would be 3 pi over 6, which simplifies to pi over 2. You guys got that?
they're pi over 6?
Yeah, they count by pi over 6s. You could also think of it like this. What is pi divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces? That's pi over 6. It counts by pi over 6. So instead of starting on this spot right here on the y-axis, we're going to start right here. Oh, that means our y-intercept actually isn't 1. Let me cross that out. That's not correct. We'll have to fix that. Okay, so that's at pi over 6 because we shifted it over 1. The next one's supposed to be at pi over 2, but we're going to shift it over 1. That's going to go up to 2. Because we have to add 1 pi over 6. So we add 1 pi over 6, then we add 1 pi over 6. So now the center line's right there. This is supposed to be the next one, 3 pi over 2. We add pi over 6, so now our minimum's down there. And then for the 2 pi, which is this guy right here, we add pi over 6 again, and that's where it's going to end. And so our graph looks like this. Oops, I put my minimum. Oh man, I put those in the wrong spots. This is supposed to go right here on the center line. Yeah. Why don't you guys call me out? Come on.
Because you're the teacher.
Because you never make mistakes. Oh, be quiet. Okay, and then we moved pi over 6, so we got a point right there. Okay, so here we go. This is our graph.
You guys have these non-yes or no? But yeah.
Hope that helps.